is Hezekiah Watkins. I'm from Jackson, Mississippi. I was arrested at the age of 13 and sent to the state prison in Mississippi, which is Parchman Prison. Not only was I sent to prison, I was put on death row. And at the age of 13, I was not aware of those two words. Didn't know what was in store for me, because I went to jail accidentally. I was not a freedom rider. I went to the Greyhound bus station being nosy. I wanted to see what a freedom rider looked like, talked like, dressed like, the whole 9 yards. And maybe there might have been a possibility that I could reach out and touch a freedom rider. That's all I wanted to do, because my mother, my pastor, community leaders all had told us, once those freedom riders come to Jackson, it's best that you don't get involved. So I asked my mother why. And she said, let me tell you why. First of all, if you got involved, they could kill me. They could kill your brothers. They could burn the house down. All kinds of bad things could happen. And in the conversation, I was just flown, because I didn't want anything to happen to my mother. As a matter of fact, I didn't want to be a freedom rider. I just wanted to see a freedom rider, because I'm trying to figure out how could they withstand the punishment that was being inflicted upon them at Greyhound bus stations, in the streets, and other places that I was able to witness on TV that was happening in Alabama. So I'm saying to myself, these freedom riders got to be Superman, Superwoman, super somebody. And I just want to look at one of them. But I ended up in Parchman because my friend and I was playing around the Greyhound bus station out front. And during this time, black was not allowed to be in front of a public building. But when we get to the bus station, there's no one out front. The freedom riders had already been arrested and taken away. So he and I began to play around. I guess you can call it horse playing. And it was an honor for us to be able to horseplay in front of the Greyhound bus station. We was having so much fun until we decided to do a little song, and that kids does. We was doing Lulu, Skip to the Lou. And as we skipped back and forward in front of the bus station, he's going one way and I'm going the other, and we kind of meet up in the middle, and our skip would be together. Skip, Lulu, skip to the Lou. And that kept on for a few minutes. And I guess my friend must have gotten tired or something. But what happened is he pushed me inside of the Greyhound bus station. And after being pushed inside, he ran. And I could see him running from the bus station. So I turned to run out, and by the time I had made my turn to run out, something hit me on my shoulder, and I looked up, and it was a police officer. And the police officer told me to sit in a chair that was nearby, and I did. And later on, he asked me two questions: are your name and your birthplace? And I gave him my name, and I told him I was born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, which I was. And by telling him my birthplace was Milwaukee, Wisconsin, he assumed that I was one of the Freedom Riders. Without interrogating me or doing anything, they put the handcuffs on me and later on put me in the back of a paddy wagon, and I was driven to Parchment Prison and put on death row.